stay consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
And good morning, it is time for First Federal as we welcome Todd Tanner to the program. Good morning, Todd.
Thank you, Randy. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well today.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful morning. I can look over my shoulder out the window on the street here, and it's a lot darker than usual, but I see the sun kind of shining over it.
Supposed to be a pretty nice day and a great weekend.
Great fall weekend. This is what you ask for great fall weather.
It is.
So go out and do your favorite fall things. Check out an orchard, a pumpkin patch. Good day for a campfire or something like that. We welcome Andrea Eggleston to the show today from First Federal Savings Bank.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
You a campfire person?
We are actually camping this weekend, so yes, I'm a campfire person.
We picked a great weekend to camp.
Yes, yes.
That's great. So, gonna be a good weekend, Randy.
Yeah, we'll be.
So it's National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that
Okay. It's like the 21st year of that.
one. Okay.
Cybersecurity awareness is pretty big anymore because of all the online things going on. And, we're actually running a campaign this month. Welcome, Tanner.
Morning.
Banks Don't Ask That campaign, right?
Yes, correct. So if you follow First Federal Savings Bank on any social media platform, well, first off, if you don't, you should be. So give us a follow, a like, subscribe, all those good things. You will see multiple posts throughout the month of October about different tips and stuff just to keep yourself safe out there, because it's never can be too safe when being online.
Yeah, tips and tricks, basically, we'll publish those on our social media. So looking at the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month site, they have 4 really quick tips. Use strong passwords. Make sure they're long, random, and unique to the account. It's kind of a hard thing to do because I saw a recent study that somebody said if you think about your private life and your work life, you may have over 200 logins and passwords.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but I believe it.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you follow exactly what they say, then you should have a different login and password for everything.
Yeah.
There's no way to keep track of it.
Yeah.
No.
There are some passkeeper
Yeah.
things out there. Actually, Apple's coming out with a new passwords app. So you might look at that if you have their new phone or new operating system. That may make things a little bit easier on Apple devices.
Yeah.
But some other tips recommended for National Cybersecurity Month include turning on multi-factor authentication. That's always good too. So that's basically when you use your password, then you get a text code emailed or texted to you or emailed to you. So it's kind of multi-factor authentication that happens too. So we recommend using that. In fact, the bank uses that for access to our online banking. Recognize and report phishing. Phishing still is the biggest culprit of what's causing security breaches. So
And that's not sitting out by the pond casting
No.
pole out.
that's the phishing with the CHISHING.
Yeah.
So what the hackers are trying to do is trick you into providing your username and password, and they'll come up with all kinds of scenarios to try to get you to do that. And even it's happening through texting now and phone calls now. You know, get the call from little Billy calls her grandmother, and it sounds like he's in trouble, but you know, through artificial intelligence, it's pretty easy to manipulate voices and things like that. So if somebody's calling you to ask you for user ID, password credentials, it's probably not true because, like our campaign, banks won't ask that. We'll never call you to ask for your username, password, account number. We know that, and like if you ever get those calls, hang up, or if you get a text message, hang up, and if you're concerned about it, call the bank directly. Sometimes don't even call the number that called you because those numbers are spoofed. We're seeing a lot of that in our communities now, is spoofing telephone numbers. So, cybersecurity awareness month. Last thing about a tip is always update your software, your browsers, so they have the antivirus in them, and that's a way to protect yourself.
Easy,
always,
easy tips right there.
Yeah,
Right.
it's always something.
So,
Do you want to handle the tribute today, Gator?
Sure. Well, I thought this would be fitting since WRI here carries the Colts games
Whoa.
every weekend. When was the last time the Colts won at Jacksonville?
Oh
They
my.
play at Jacksonville this weekend against the Jaguars. So that's a trip they make every year
Yeah.
since they're division rivals. Was it A, 2023, B, 2020, C, 2017, or D, 2014?
I have faith in you, Randy. I think you'll get
Yeah, I
this.
do.
I don't know. I don't know.
Andrea,
I can
do
say
you have
that
any
they
idea?
will-
You
I'm
need to
just
answer
gonna
now.
go with C.
Well,
She's already calling out.
She's
See,
already
one
calling.
time.
I don't know why, but it's calling me.
That's
I
the.
don't know if this will be a good trip down to Jacksonville with
Right.
a couple key players that probably won't be playing.
Right.
So who's out?
It doesn't look like Jonathan Taylor's going to make it. He missed practice yesterday.
Okay.
What's Richardson's status?
He practiced a little bit yesterday, but still had some pain. So.
Honestly, and I might get some flack saying this, no pun intended
Yeah,
there.
nice pun,
I
yes.
think the offense does better with Joe Flacco.
They look pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now with Taylor out, I don't know if
Yeah.
Sermon. I don't think he's quite got the power of Taylor, but
And Jacksonville's hungry. They're
Yeah.
the only team in the league who hasn't won a game yet.
Yeah.
So they
So-
probably should have 2 wins right now. They have 0.
yeah, I don't think Anthony Richardson possibly being out is as big
Right.
a concern as Jonathan
I would
Taylor.
agree with
So.
So catch the game on W.
Yeah, you can.
Giant FM.
Yep,
Yep.
sure
What
can.
time is it?
Would be
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock
kickoff.
game, so noon pregame.
Okay, good.
Yep. And the Jaguars are actually 3-point favorites in that game. And since we were talking NFL, might as well mention the Bears. They got a win last week over the Rams. They're 2-2. They're 4-point favorites hosting the Carolina Panthers, who are 1-3. That game's also at 1 o'clock on Sunday, but on Fox.
Fox, yep.
But they got a lot of events going on today and tonight and over the weekend across the high school landscape. Want to give a shout out to the Rochester High School girls golf team
Yep.
for winning the regionals last week, and they're on to the state championship, which they'll be in action today and tomorrow.
3 hours from today, right now.
3 hours
Yeah,
from right
about
now.
10:30 they'll tee off.
And congratulations to Olivia Bailey for being the medalist there at the regionals.
Back to back.
Sandy Pines. So congratulations to her and all the Lady Zebras. Great season. Hope they finish strong here.
First time the team's been down there since 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Coach Thomas, I know he's got some years left coaching, but he's got to make a case for the IHSA Golf Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
or the
You
Indiana
sure
Golf
think
Hall of
so,
Fame,
yeah.
I should say, because he's taken the girls team multiple times, a couple girls individuals over the years, and a boys team
Yeah.
back in the day. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got a pretty good case.
yeah, he does.
Congratulations to the girls golf team
Yes.
on what they've done so far, the sectional and regional, and
You can always, if you're interested in following, I know you can go to the IHSA website and they've got some information there on how to follow it. Tomorrow, IHSA TV will be on the 18th hole as they bring it to the finish in the green, so they'll have that live there. But there's apps and stuff you can get to follow.
so best wishes to Olivia and Ava and the team.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And good luck to the Rochester High School boys tennis team as
Yeah.
they are playing in sectionals this evening.
Yep.
So.
Down in Peru, it's always a tough place to play tennis.
Yes. And then a bunch of high school football games going on tonight, including Rochester, who's off the 5-1 start this season. They're traveling over to Northfield, take on the Norse, who are 2-4. What time's pregame for that?
6:35.
6:35.
7 o'clock kickoff.
Catch the game on Giant FM, of
Yep,
course.
Val will be there.
Tippecanoe Valley hoping to bounce back after a loss to Jimtown last week. They got 4-2 record. They travel to Western, who has not won a game yet this year. They are 0-6.
It's unusual for Western. It's usually a tough
Yeah,
place to play.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Caston got their second win of the season last week over Culver. They're 2-4. They host Triton, who is 4-2. Winamax 2-3. They travel to North Judson, who's 6-0 and one of the better 1A teams in the state.
Number one for a reason.
And Culver's 1-5. They travel to Pioneer, who is 5-1. And lastly, for teams around the state, a lot of college football going on this weekend. Purdue looking for anything at this point. Switch offensive coordinators, grasping for straws, if you want to
That's
say.
interesting mid-season change.
Yeah, I think it was a move to make the fans happy. I have not
Yeah.
seen Purdue football fans this upset in a long, long time. And that's including the Daryl Hazel era when they
I was
won 9 games in 4 years.
I was
So
gonna
it's
say,
always
yeah.
a tough place, Camp Randall Stadium.
Yeah, they only haven't won there since 2003.
Okay.
Well, they haven't beat Wisconsin at all since 2003.
Yeah.
17 straight losses against Wisconsin. It's the second longest active losing streak for a Big Ten team against another Big Ten team.
Wow.
The longest is Indiana against Ohio State, 29.
I'm sorry that you know both those.
I saw it the other day. I'm like, I gotta remember that for Friday. So, but Purdue's 1-3, travels to Wisconsin, who's 2-2, coming
Maybe
off a
both of
loss.
them will end this year.
Yeah. Wishful thinking, I guess.
You gotta always think positive,
Yeah, I
right?
think positive, right? Wisconsin is a 13.5-point favorite. Games tomorrow at noon on Big Ten Network. And if you're a big fan of the in-state teams, you can just keep it on Big Ten Network, as Indiana will be playing right after that game at 3:30. They're ranked 23rd, first time they've been ranked since 2021. 5-0, so they're one game away from bowl eligibility. They are 13.5-point favorites at Northwestern, who is 2-2.
I'd almost take that with, I mean, that's not very many points for Indiana this year to be favored.
Right.
I'd almost go with them if I were betting.
And Northwestern has trouble scoring, so.
And what I think the Hoosiers are averaging about
A lot.
50.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's down in the 40s now.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
And Notre Dame's on a bye week after beating Louisville. They're 4-1, ranked 14th in the polls. Ball State's 1-3. They host 1-3 Western Michigan. Well, Western Michigan's a 10-point favorite. That game's at 2 o'clock at ESPN Plus.
Ooh.
Tough season going down there in Muncie right
Tough
now.
for the Cardinals.
Yeah, one of those schools that's probably impacted by the NIL and transfer portal pretty heavily.
I watched very little baseball last night, but the Mets and their
That was
Brewers last
quite a
night
game,
was an
wasn't it?
exciting game.
Yeah.
I mean, only had to watch 2 innings really.
And that's all you need to watch. And the Mets pulled it off, and they will be facing the Phillies now, which is interdivision rivalry there. And also in the National League, you got the Padres and the Dodgers, another interdivision rival. And on the American League side, you got the Tigers against the Guardians. Tigers are red hot. And then you got the Royals against the Yankees. And as a Yankee fan, you're looking at this. Orioles and Astros are probably the 2 teams you were worried about the most, and they're already out. So if the Yankees can't at least make the World Series, Aaron Boone might be looking for
A new home.
a new job somewhere.
Yeah.
So, and lastly, before we move on to tidbits, Terry Francona, the old Red Sox coach and the Guardians coach, or manager, I should say, is going to be the Reds manager.
Staying in Ohio.
He's got a great success.
I guess a pretty good hire there
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
Cincinnati. So.
Great success rate.
Might actually get them turned
And
around.
it tells me they might spend in free agency, because I don't know if he'd go there if they weren't going to improve that team. So. Got some tidbits here this morning on this day, 1957, TV sitcom Leave It to Beaver debuted on CBS. I can't say I ever watched the original, but I've watched the newer version.
Reruns,
Yeah.
All the old reruns.
Andrea, did you ever watch Leave It to Beaver?
I have not, no.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
On this day in 1987, it was the first what they called Scab Sunday in the NFL, which was with the replacement players as a result of the players' strike. With the expiration of the 1982 collective bargaining agreement, players ended up returning on October 15th.
Yeah.
So they made a movie, The Replacements, that was kind of based a little off that. So, yeah. On this day in 1990, the U.S. premiere of Beverly Hills 90210, excuse me, made
Are you a
its
fan,
appearance.
Andrea?
Okay, I did watch that, yes. That is my generation,
There
yes.
you go. And on this day in 2001, Barry Bonds hit his 70th home run, of the season, which at the time tied him with Mark McGwire for the most ever. He'd go on and hit 3 more for 73. Might have a little asterisk next to it.
Might.
And on this day in 2002, just a couple years ago, Aaron Judge broke Roger Maris's AL single-season home run record with 62.
So what do you finish this year?
56, I
That's
think.
still pretty amazing.
Yeah, still a pretty good year.
Yes, okay.
He stayed healthy. That's his key. If he stays healthy, he hits a lot of home runs. And Shohei Ohtani had 50-some
I was
himself,
gonna say,
50-50 clubs. So
I don't remember what he.
those guys are ridiculous. And we got a lot of days today. Cinnamon Roll Day.
That's a great day.
Most
Who
sounds
doesn't
great.
love cinnamon rolls?
Yeah.
World Smile Day. Just eat a cinnamon roll and it will put a smile
There
on
you
your
go.
face. Kids Music Day. World Animal Day. National Body Language Day. National Truckers Day. No Disposable Cup Day. That's kind of an odd one. College Radio Day. I was part of a college radio station for a year in college. National Good Buddy Day. It goes with Truckers Day there. Manufacturing Day. Ship in a Bottle Day. National Vodka Day. and improve your office day.
Yeah.
So you can work a lot of those in with each other.
Except don't work the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that.
That'll definitely improve your office.
So thank you, Tanner.
Yes.
Got some upcoming events. We've been talking about Fulton County United Way. They've got their second annual trivia night tomorrow night at the Elks Lodge. The event is sponsored by NIPSCO. Doors open at 5:15 for the meal, and trivia starts at 6 o'clock. If you're still interested and have a team of 8 or more, or 8, I'm sorry, and you want to come out and join the event, check out the Fulton County United Way Facebook page for more information and registration. Also, the United Way has been raffling off a TV all summer and selling tickets. 75-inch smart TV and a sound bar. That will be drawn at the end of trivia night tomorrow night. You don't need to be present to win, so if you want to come out and get a last chance to buy the tickets, you're welcome to at the Elks. 1 ticket for $5, 3 for $10, 7 for $20, or you can go to the Facebook page for Fulton County United Way and use the QR code and enter through PayPal. Pay the money that way. So, good luck to United Way tomorrow night as they're raising funds for the community.
Have a fun night.
Should be a big event, and hope they bring lots of money for our local agencies. Also, the Road to Recovery has a free community event tomorrow to raise awareness for recovery in Fulton County. That's from 10 to 2 at Fansler Park. There'll be mush ball. You know what mush ball is?
Oh yeah, we played a lot of mush ball back in the day.
That's like the oversized softball that's like very soft. You don't use gloves, right?
Nope. Nope.
They have a cookout, face painting, snow cones, and popcorn. So if you're interested in that, it's at Fansler Park. Be a good day for that, it looks like.
The best part is you get people that try to think it's a softball and swing very hard and hit, and they only go about 3 feet.
And rinse their back while doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all walk away going, ow, that hurt.
I remember I had some friends that actually played in the league in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Leagues
Wow.
like in bigger cities. So, want to issue flowers for the Optimist Club for the pumpkin patch, but also you see all the fall decorations around downtown.
Looking
That's,
great.
From the Optimist Club, and thank you for what they do for our community to make our community look fall-like. Money news. Dow was down 184 points yesterday, down to 42,000 approximately. Now, the next thing I had on here was just kind of, I'm not sure what's true or not true, because apparently the longshoreman strike has ended because they agreed on wages, but yet they put off the final negotiations till January.
Oh.
So they're off strike, but they agreed on wages, and they're going to continue their contracting to January and allow more time for further negotiations. So I don't know, is that the end of strike or not end of
Nah,
strike?
I hadn't heard that yet.
Yeah.
So
So that's the money news today. At the bank, we're going to kind of skip the bank news today and go straight to the best bank news with Andrea.
Well, I need to know if I answered Tanner's question right.
We'll get that at the end of the
Well,
show.
that's
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's how, that's the T's at the beginning of the show
Oh,
and
I
the end
see.
that way.
Okay,
So, Andrea Eggleston, welcome to the show.
thank you.
So what do you do at the bank?
So I am the retail sales manager of First Federal Savings Bank, and I am here to help promote our services and products and grow the bank.
So what are some activities that you do?
Activities, very active within the local area chamber of commerce. When they have their coffee and conversations, go talk to local businesses. I make cold calls to some customers just to check in on their accounts, see how they're doing. At the bank, help supporting the tellers doing their transactions and talking to the customers.
Okay. So this is the First Federal Radio Show. So
Yes.
of course we know we're special. So
We are
what
special.
makes First Federal different than banks and how we interact with customers and how we serve our customers?
So we're a community bank having 6 branches, and it's all about the customers. You know, it's great when a customer comes in and I hear the tellers say, "Oh, you know, I heard you went on, you know, how was your vacation last week?" They make it, it's not just doing the transaction, it's making it more personal, because we want the customers to know that we care for them, because sincerely we do care for them.
And we do. I mean, that's basically true.
Yeah.
We live and work in our communities, or we bank, and the money's stay invested in our local communities with loans and things like that.
Correct.
On the retail side of the bank, that's what you work. What does retail mean for the radio listener out there?
Retail is the everyday banking transactions, so savings account, checking accounts, CDs, money markets, debit cards, online banking.
So mainly for the last 6 to 8 years, we've been promoting Simply Free business checking and Simply Free consumer checking.
Correct.
It's kind of unusual in the market today.
It is
to
unusual.
Offer a free account.
It is because a lot of places have, monthly service fees if you have to have certain criteria in order to get your account free. With us, your account is completely free. There's no hidden monthly account fees.
So why do we do that, and how do we get away with doing it?
We do that because there's a need for that with customers. Everybody likes something free. And it's just a simple, basic checking account that you can have a debit card, you can have Zelle, you can have...
You can write checks.
You can write checks.
A lot of accounts you can't do that anymore.
Correct. And if you can write checks, you're limited to the amount of checks. Because if you exceed a certain amount, then you may be charged for that.
Right.
So we're not going to charge you. If you're a check writer, go ahead and be a check writer. That is great. Write as many checks as you want.
Free means free.
Free means free.
There's no hidden charges.
There's no hidden charges, no.
That's also really unique because we offer gifts.
Correct. Yes, and right now we have a nice football shaped, it's, football season. We have a beautiful wood football shaped cutting board. You could use it as a charcuterie board. We do have some benzo boxes left over. And if you come in and you open up an account, we will give you a little slip, and it's called Tell a Friend. And if you take that and you tell a friend, hey, I just got a really good free checking account at First Federal, they can come in and they will get that gift, and then you will get that same gift again.
Our customers are our superstars.
Oh, they are.
Dick referring to the employees as family members, but he also called the customers family.
Correct.
And so that's what's unique about First Federal is the fact we have the free accounts, and offering gifts is very unusual now.
Oh, very unusual.
I've been in banking long enough where I remember the early days of that, but when we first contemplated doing this, we thought, it seems kind of strange. Will this help draw in customers? And we've had a very successful run of this, of offering gifts. Probably double the number of accounts we've opened over the years because of that.
Yeah, everybody, it's free. You get a free checking account, you get a free gift.
Awesome. So there's lots of other things going on in the bank in the retail world. Interest rates went down recently.
Interest rates have dropped. So with our interest rates, it's just a matter of when you come in and you want to rate shop, the shorter term is going to be the higher rate. The longer term is going to be the lower rate. But it's just a matter of what works best for you. If you keep it in a longer term, even though it's a shorter rate, in the long run, you're going to get a better return with the interest. And we have a really good, it's called a certificate calculator comparison. All of the tellers have access to it, and if you come in and say, hey, I have $1,000 I want to put into CD, what's going to be the best option for me? They can put in our 3-month term with the rate, and then our like a 12-month term with the rate, and give you at the end of maturity, this is how much it's going to be.
And we always offer very competitive rates.
Oh, most
so if you're not
definitely.
sure what to do, come in and talk to one of our new account representatives.
Correct.
You get involved with some training of them and
Yep.
help them out understand what's working in the world, and that's good. Also, we have a lot of other products and services.
We have a lot of other products and services. PayPal, or not PayPal, I am so sorry, Positive Pay. There's a lot of P's
And we
involved
use
there.
Zelle, Andrea.
Yes,
okay?
we use Zelle. We use Zelle. We don't use PayPal.
Sorry.
Zelle, Positive Pay, free debit card. With the debit card, we have the roundup where you can take your odd change, and that can be rounded up and like deposited into, say, it's October, so we have our Christmas club. So let's start thinking of Christmas 2025. Even though today we're all red and green, kind of, Christmas. Yeah. So, think of Christmas of 2025. If you take your odd change from your debit card and put it in our Christmas club, that could give you a couple, $200-300 for next year. a good start for Christmas.
But speaking of Christmas Club, our checks will be issued. Have they already been issued, or are they issued soon? Right?
They are issued soon, correct? Yeah, yeah.
In a week or so.
So, that could be something, hey, I don't have a Christmas club. Come into one of our 6 branches and we'll get you set up with a Christmas club. And it's another free account.
That used to be kind of a big thing in banking, offer a Christmas Club where you had a coupon book.
Yes.
Well, you don't really need that anymore.
No.
Just round up your debit card.
Round up your debit card.
Or
so
you
can
can
do
use
that.
it for saving for a vacation or
Anything.
a home improvement project.
Exactly right.
Save it for additional education. So.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Rest of our products then, we have insurance. We do offer insurance. Of course, mortgages, commercial lending, LPL Financial. So you have any questions on anything, just contact your local branch and we'll get you directed with the right person that can
You're
help you.
talking about interest rates and CDs. I want to talk about a particular product potentially. We are FDIC insured, so
Correct.
we have accounts insured up to $250,000,
Yes,
or we can kind of get more. It depends on how the account's structured.
that is correct.
But also we have a product that helps meet those needs too.
Correct.
Why don't you talk about that product?
Sure, that's the IntraFi product, and it's called Cedars. And the way that Cedars works, your funds are reciprocal, so they stay within First Federal, so that way we can use those funds, to go back into the community for lending purposes. And we then we work with the Cedars program, and your funds get allocated to different banks that are still within the Cedars network that will send the funds in a certificate of deposit, keeping it below the $250,000.
So if you're concerned about that, we can meet your needs.
We
You
can
still
definitely
deposit
meet your
the
needs.
funds at First Federal Savings Bank. That amounts are represented on your statements and things like that. So-
Correct.
But you're going to get the comfort of having insured funds for up to almost an unlimited amount.
Correct. And again, competitive rates on that. And the nice thing with the Cedars program, they offer short term. We could do as low as a 4-week term. So if you have it's harvest season. Say a farmer has some extra money from the seeds, and hey, I just want to do something short term with this. We can definitely do a 4-week, but they do go up to as high as 3 years.
So the key is if you have any interest in any banking product, come in and visit any of our new accounts people or our retail managers. They're very well versed on what we offer and how we can help you out, and we listen basically.
Correct.
That's what we do, is figure out what your needs are as opposed to trying to cram you into a certain product, because that's like the special of the month. We don't do things like
We do not do that. No, it's just about asking the questions and taking the time and listening to the customer, and then offering, what's going to be best for them.
that. You mentioned positive pay a little bit ago. That's a new thing we rolled out last year. I know you've been involved in that. Why don't you describe what positive pay is?
Correct. So positive pay, it can go in turn with the same thing with the scams sometimes. So the way that positive pay works, it's really great for
Small businesses.
small businesses. Correct. It's very good for small businesses. So the small business. Oh, and to start off, positive pay, we are offering that completely free. We are
That's
not
unusual,
charging.
too.
That is very unusual, because I have seen positive pay charges anywhere from $50 a month up to almost $100 a month. And our positive pay with businesses is completely free. The business does have a little homework that they have to do, but if the business just sends us like their Excel sheet, their Word, however they keep their check register, they would send that file to us, and then our back office will compare that. If they have a check that was written that they said they wrote for like $5,000, the check gets presented to us for $5,500, then we would contact the business, and they're like, no, I declined that check. So, unfortunately, the way that positive pay works, we see a lot of fraud throughout the mail, stolen checks through the mail. So it's just an additional added security on a small business account that is, again, completely free that we're offering.
In that same example, say the $5,000 check,
Yeah.
payable to John Doe, and it comes in at $5,500, maybe payable to Fred Flintstone.
Correct.
That's what's happening sometimes. Our checks getting stolen out of the mail and the payee has changed.
Correct.
The positive pay system will recognize that
We'll recognize that.
and give an alert to the small business the next morning
Yep.
And they can make the pay or not pay decision on
Exactly
that.
right.
That's really important in today's fraud world.
It is, because, fraud unfortunately exists, and the scammers are every day coming up with something new.
So as you wrap up, anything else you want to talk about, things you do to help our customers out and help the bank out? Anything else you want to mention for our customer base?
Just, when you were talking first thing this morning about the scams and Cybersecurity Awareness Month, if you get any type of, if you're in doubt, go to your local branch, call your local branch, stop in, hey, I got this text message, I got this email, this doesn't look right. Just follow your gut. Don't second guess yourself. Come in and talk to us. Don't use the telephone number like you said or Randy said. Don't use the telephone number that they provided to you. Just come in and talk to us. If you have any questions at all on your accounts, come in and talk to us, and we'll help you with anything.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Thank
all
you.
the work you do for the bank, and I know you're out in our communities very much, and we appreciate what you do, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Time to play the game for real now.
Okay, good.
What was the last time the Colts won at Jacksonville? A, 2023, B, 2020, C, 2017, D, 2014. We sticking with C, 2017?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I should.
I think I'm gonna go with her.
Andrea's great advice.
Yeah.
Tanner, what's the answer there?
It is D, 2014.
Ah.
D, 2014.
It's been a decade.
A decade.
Wow. That's a long time.
The Jaguars are kind of the Colts nemesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for better results in Jacksonville this weekend.
So no cinnamon rolls for us,
I guess
Randy.
not. I guess not.
No.
Oh well.
No.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
We'll close with words of wisdom from Stephen Hawking, physicist, astrophysicist. I believe things cannot make themselves impossible.
Good
Basically
advice.
saying
Interesting.
everything's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Todd, Tanner. We'll talk to you again next Friday morning.